This is a picture of one of my favorite saints, Mother Cabrini. I'm asking her to bring enlightenment and light and wisdom through this meditation to whomever participates in it. You now have 40 seconds to prepare yourself for this meditation. Okay, let us begin. Now, keep in mind, if you are uncomfortable, move the body. If you have an itch, scratch it. If you need to sneeze, sneeze. If you need to cough, go ahead and cough. We do this to ensure we have our minds alert on today's meditation or any other subjects in which we focus on in meditation. Now we are going to relax and visualize different sections of the body. I would like for you first to visualize and then relax from the toes through your knees. Now knees to the hips. Our abdominal area. If there is any stress in this area, just let it go. Now fingers to the elbows. Elbows to the shoulders and shoulder blades. From the top of our abdominal area all the way up to the neck and lower jaw. The navel, labial folds of the face. There is a little stress also. Let it go and feel the smile just drop. Ears, eyebrows, eyelids, even the nose, forehead and scalp. Let your body remember its relaxed state. Let your mind remember this process of achieving it. Okay, in front of you, I want you to see a staircase. This staircase moves up, and we shall be taking each step one at a time. But, for the moment, while standing at the bottom of the staircase, think about what it is you want in life, particularly in this particular earth, life, and time. Look down at that first step and see that it is the color pink. Please step up to it. Now ask yourself, please contemplate to yourself, how calm am I? How peaceful is my inner body? Now look up to that next step and see that it is painted orange. Now please step up to it. Contemplate to yourself, how much pride do I have? How much false pride do I have? How stubborn and opinionated am I? How much physical and mental energy do I have? Now please look up to the next step, which is yellow, and step up to it. Contemplate to yourself, do I use my intelligence to its higher potential? Do I have pinpoint concentration, or do my thoughts run willy-nilly all over? Look up to that next step, which is blue, and please step up to it. Again, contemplate to yourself, am I in good balance with the earth and astral? With the earth and spirit? Do I take care of today's things instead of procrastinating and putting them off till tomorrow? Do I sit so heavily in my spirit world that I see earth responsibilities as insignificant? Now please look up to the next step, which is green, and move up to it. are my finances in reasonably good order, even with our difficult times? If someone owes me money, have I released it and let it go? Am I generous with those who are in my employ or work for me in some fashion? Or even with those less fortunate? Our next step, number 6, is violet. Please move up to it. Do I speak to my guides every day? Do I call on them? Do I call on them only when I have a problem or when I am frightened? Do I call on my guides to help me with my spiritual work? Our next step, number 7, is painted white. Please move up to it. Do I keep my thoughts relatively pure? We are not perfect on the earth plane, but do I engage in speaking against others and not giving them a chance to defend themselves? Do I knock someone down behind their back and yet treat them pleasantly to their face? Our next step is number 8, which is black. Please move up to it. Do I ward off negativities of others, or do I fall into that trap of them not liking someone, and so therefore I am not going to like them either, even though those people may not have done me any harm? Do I place a net of protection around me, my automobiles when I'm driving, to ward off accidents and other negativities? Do I place a net of protection around my home place at night before I retire, asking the guides to ward off negativities and anyone who has no business there? Be aware that a net of protection must be requested daily because it only has a window of 24 hours. Look up to that 9th step which is gray, and move up to it. Do I practice using my intuitive mind by writing down what I get? What comes to my mind unbidden? Our next step, the 10th step, is painted a deep cranberry red. Please move up to it. Do I arise up in the morning saying, no matter what happens today, it will either be my attitude that charts today, or whatever happens is for a good reason? Do I keep my psychic mind always alert? Not to invade other people's privacy, but to guide my path throughout the day. All these things are important and need to be looked at. Now look up to that 11th step. Does it have a specific color? Step up to that 11th step. What thoughts move through your mind as you do? Now step up to that 12th step, and you see this 12th step widens out to a wide platform, similar to a stage, and approximately in the center of this platform you see a small round table with 2 very comfortable chairs. Please have a seat in one of them. Which one is of no concern? Now focus on what was perceived when you went up the steps in this meditation. Which ones were at a positive? Which ones were at a negative? Which ones are you aware of that are in the process of transforming from a negative to a positive? Which ones do you need a little guidance, a little insight? The empty chair is for you to bring in a guide to answer questions, provide insight where it is needed and or wanted. Of course, if more guides show up when you request one, a seat shall be instantly manifested. Please now call in your guide. And when you are finished, Just simply stand up and just float down those steps and return to the earth plane. And I thank you for participating in this meditation.